Race number 1, State of Origin at the bend. Cars are underway. Everyone off to a decent start. No one stalled on the grid. That's good to see as they come down towards the first turn. And New South Wales car just starting to pull ahead. They're almost 3 wide. It's a big gaggle of cars as they come into turn 1. There's several 3 wide battles going in here. A little bit of contact between Chris Viss and the other Victorian car, but they get through okay. He lost a little bit of ground, but it's not too bad. Up into turn 3 here. Chris Viss into the back of Max Spivey. They've both gone around. The Queensland car barely squeezes past. There's 3 cars stopped on the exit of the turn. One of them's going to get going around, the other 2 are completely stopped on board with Josh Hill here coming around a fast turn into the hairpin at the bend. Mello's managed to get past that Victorian car. Josh Hill laid on the brakes. He gets the move done, tucked in behind Mello. It's a great move there. On board with Patrick Donnelly here onto the never-ending corner of the bend. 2 cars side by side, might not go too well. They're going to have to give each other room. Almost cuts the front of the car off them right out to the edge of the road. They just barely kept it on. Heading into the back straight of the bend for the first time. Patrick Donnelly a little bit wide, but not too bad. Everyone tucking into the slipstream. Here we go. More action incoming. Donnelly just backs out of it. Decides to play it safe. Going into this turn. Josh Hill's off the track a little bit, but not too bad. There's a little bit of contact between the Victorian and Donnelly. Almost goes between the middle of them, but not quite. He couldn't pull it off. Backs out of it rather smartly. You're going to look for the move. He does. Gets it down the inside. They're going to go side by side through the second to last turn. They're still side by side as to come to the final turn. Now they make a little bit of contact on the exit. Still going to be side by side, and they just barely get onto the front straight. We go now on board with Nick Mello, tucked into the slipstream behind Jack Meredith coming down into turn 1. He's going to look for the move. He dives down late on the brakes, tucks it into the apex. It was a good turn, it was a good move, but Jack Meredith has fought back on the exit brilliantly. Good little scrap there between those 2, little gaggle of cars in behind here. A little bit of a switchback move actually. The car on the left running a little bit wide. Here we go, back to the lead. Leader's coming in towards the hairpin again. These cars still side by side back here. You're going to have to get it sorted out pretty soon. Still side by side. They can't quite decide who's going to be in the lead. Who will come out on top? I think the Victorian car does. Here we go. Starting lap 3. Jack Meredith down the inside of Mello. They're side by side into turn 1. Both very loud on the brakes. They're still side by side as they come through turn 2. Mello a little bit sideways, but he's just managed to hold on to it through turn 3. Mello had a lot of speed on around the outside here into this turn 5 I think actually. Mello on the curb and he's hit Jack Meredith. Jack Meredith is out onto the grass. There's no grip out there. He's trying desperately to stop the car and get it turned back to the road. There's a group of 4 cars here and he may come out behind all 4 of them. That's pretty detrimental to Jack Meredith. Here we are on board with Jack Meredith, caught up to the back of Caldwell rather soon. He's going to look for the move down to the second to last turn. He's going to go very late on the brakes. It's a deep dive back to second gear. He's got it done. Good move. Watch for Caldwell here on the exit of the final turn though, as DRS will be enabled. Plenty of flames coming out the back of Jack Meredith's car. They now go onto this long main straight of the bend. Caldwell with the DRS wide open, tucks into the slipstream, pulls out to get the move done. He'll be alongside. He gets out in front before the first turn. It was a good move by Mr. Caldwell. Here we go, lap number 7 now down the main straight of the bend. Jack Meredith out on the outside. Donnelly looking down the inside. The 2 cars are coming side by side down into turn 1. Donnelly have to go very late on the brakes. I think it might be too late on the brakes. He's made contact with Jack Meredith. Contact twice. And Donnelly's going to end up around. Jack Meredith will skip away. Alright, here we go. Lap number 14 here. Nicholas on board with Nicholas Gregg safely in second place. Gonna get it on the curb and he's gone! The car's gone! He's gone to the wall. There's Jack Meredith coming. He's gonna get easily past. Alright, here we are watching Mello around the final turn to take the checkered flag. He will finish first, however, may not stay first due to contact earlier with Jack Meredith. We'll see where he ends up.
And here are the results then for this first race. Jack Meredith takes the win after Mello gains a 15-second penalty from his incident. Nicholas Gregg takes the final spot on the podium, followed by McEwen and Donnelly. It's Chris Viss and Dane didn't finish the race, and now we're off to Phillip Island.
Through. They're 3 wide for a split second on the entrance. They've managed to hold it amazingly. All the cars now filing into turn 2. It's still Jack Meredith holding the lead currently. There's a massive group of cars in behind him though, looking hungry for a win. There's still several cars side by side. There's also one car's got. There's 3 cars off. They're all over the place. The leaders are side by side as they come through turn 3, going down to turn 4. There's 2 groups of cars side by side. They're all going to go loud on the brakes. Nicholas Gregg here, right up behind the Victorian. He's going to be stuck out wide though. He's going to cut in behind. He's going to make contact. 2 cars have gone round. Oh, fortunately, it's just about 2 cars. They're fully stopped though. It's really going to hurt their race. They're both going to get spun around and get underway though as we go on board here with Patrick Donnelly coming onto the back fast section of the track. Watching the 2 leaders here just in front of us. It's Mello and Meredith as they come up to these fast sweeping turns. Just a dab of brakes as they head into here. Jack Meredith going around the outside of Mello. Mello moves slowly. He's made contact with Jack Meredith. He's gone out to the grass. He's spun. He's off. He's gone miles off the track. That's seriously going to hurt his race. I don't know how he'll recover. Alright, here we are on lap 2. 2 cars coming through turn 1. They're going to be looking into turn 2. Matt Corbell's going to put it on the outside of Nicholas Gregg. He's going to get the move done. He actually gets the car in front of Nicholas Gregg just as they get out of the exit of turn 2. However, Nicholas Gregg will have a much better drive exit out of the turn. He's going to tuck into the slipstream behind Matt Corbell. What will he do as they come around turn 3 into turn 4? He's going to look to the inside of Corbell. They're both going to go very late on the brakes. Corbell not giving an inch. He's going to hang around the outside of Nick. They're going to go side by side on the exit of the turn. They're still side by side. Corbell's got a decent drive out of turn 4. As they come into here, they're going to both sweep around. Nicholas Gregg looking for the cutback. He's going to be looking for the faster exit into the fast part of this track. They're going to go side by side on this back part. Who's going to come out in front? It's impossible to call. They're still both side by side. Who's late on the brakes? It's Nick. He pulls out in front. He's gotten past Corbell. It's a good move. Here we are on board with Matt Corbell. It's going to go down the inside of Nicholas Gregg. I think they made contact. They have made contact. Nick's gone off his spear across the grass. I think he almost got air there. Oh my god, he's spin right across the track. I don't know how he'll recover from that. Okay, here we go on board with Mello right now, coming down into turn 1. The Victorian's going to go around the outside. Donnelly looking for the move around the outside of turn 1. He's going to skip. Oh, he's almost fallen off it. Oh, he's just held the car through turn 1. I don't know how he held it. He's almost gone to the back of Mello. He's gone around the outside of Mello. What a move through turn 2. He's thrown the car in as deep as he possibly could. And he's actually put out in front of Mello. What a move. They're going to go side by side through turn 3. Mello not giving up the position that easy. They're going to go down into turn 4. They're side by side. Is Mello going to hang around the outside? Yes, he does. They're both going to be side by side here to see who gets a better exit out of this turn. There was always completely even between the 2 drivers as they come around this turn into this back fast section. Donnelly looking for that cutback we've seen before. He's going to try and get the overspeed on Mello, which he has. How's he going to play it? He goes to the right-hand side of Mello as they come up the hill, and I think he is going to get past. Alright, here we are on lap 5, looking back from Donnelly towards Mello. Mello with the DRS is going to go for the move. He should get it done before turn 1, and that is a pass for the lead of the race. Alright, here we are looking at Mello. He's got a massive slide on at the exit of turn 2. He's going to have no speed. He gets passed by the Victorian on the exit of turn 2. Josh Hill going to be looking down the inside into turn 3 as well. He'll probably get it done with how slow Mello was on the exit of the turn there. Yes, he does. Mello's going to be really hurt by this. Josh Hill's actually going to look on the Victorian as well. He's going to go really late on the brakes into turn 4. I don't know how the hell he managed to hold it. They're going to go side by side on the exit of the turn, and Josh Hill's going to pop out in front. On board with Mello here, looking at the 2 boys ahead. We go through these final couple turns onto the main straight of Phillip Island. Let's see how he plays his cards here. He's going to be tucking into the slipstream with the 2 cars in front of him. He'll have plenty of speed over the 2. Where does he look through the inside to the outside coming into turn 1? He's going to go 2 cars run defensive, so he'll have to run to the outside as they come in. They're almost 3. They are 3 wide coming into turn 1. The Victorian's going to have to back out. Mello's going to be right on the outside. He barely holds onto the track. He's gone spooked by the Victorian. He's gone off. He's gone way off into the grass. He's going to get some air. There he is. He's going to do a complete 360 and try desperately to get his car back on track. As the 2 Victorians come down to the main straight, they'll end up going side by side. It's McEwen versus Recce. They come down into turn 1. Who's going to pop out in front? McEwen's looking pretty good. He's actually gone in front for the DRS for 3rd. Okay, here we go. Josh Hill looking at the back of Donnelly. He'll be able to get the slipstream. He should have some better speed. And he will get the move done for the lead of the race here on lap 11. Here we are looking at Donnelly looking towards Josh Hill as they come through turn 3. He's got plenty of speed. He'll look for the move down to turn 4. Pull out of the slipstream, late on the brakes. It's a great move. Doesn't let Josh Hill get past at all. Great textbook move. On board with Jack Meredith now. He's going to go around the outside of Mello. He's going to understeer straight off of turn 1. He's gone flying through the grass. The car sliding today is seriously not his day. Here we are, lap 12. McEwen and Recce passing the camera as we look at turn 4. Here's Chris Viss and Corbell in behind him. Corbell's gone off of the exit and... What? Chris Viss has gone off of the exit too. Nick says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Okay, we begin lap 13 here with McEwen and Recce, 3rd and 4th respectively, coming down into turn 1. McEwen's got a fair bit of speed over Recce. He can look for the move into turn 2. He's going to go down the inside. It was a late move. He's got it done. All credit to him. Got it done as they've dived into turn 2. It was a good move, however. Does Recce have something to say about that as they come through turn 3? Looks like he has a fair bit of speed as they'll come down into turn 4. Does he go for the move? He does, but it's pretty late. They're going to go side by side. What does McEwen do to respond? He's going to hold it around the outside. He'll now have the inside for this turn. He's actually gotten the car in front. Good on him. They're almost side by side. They are side by side on the exit. That'll slow up both of their exit speeds. We'll see who comes out on top. McEwen a bit slower out of that turn. However, they're looking pretty even through this back far section. They're going to come up to this turn now where we saw a few great moves earlier. McEwen a little bit later on the brakes than Recce was. Going to come down into this incredibly bumpy turn. You have to be so careful out where McEwen is. He backs out of it quite cleverly. However, Recce's gone a little bit wide. Going to come around these final couple of left-handers. They're really close together. It's really anyone's game at the moment. McEwen should be looking pretty good into turn 1. They'll come out of the main straight now, looking from the back of Recce's car. Here comes McEwen, opens up the DRS. Gonna look for the move. Gonna pull out. He'll get it done. Very nice, McEwen. He gets past into turn 1. Okay, here we are on lap 14. Josh Hill right on the back of Donnelly. They're almost side by side on the exit of turn 2. They are actually going to get side by side. Josh Hill with a little bit of a better exit than Donnelly. Going to go side by side through turn 3 into turn 4. Who is Rave on the brakes into turn 4? It is actually Josh Hill. Is incredibly late on the brakes. He's managed to hold on. He's going to hold the car around the outside of Donnelly. Josh Hill's actually gotten quite a decent exit out of there. The wide line working well for him. How do they get an exit out of this turn into this back far section? Donnelly will be looking pretty good, and he is. He's going to have the run on Josh Hill. How's he doing it? Very close through there. Barely giving each other enough room. Donnelly, I think, will just about come out ahead there. Still side by side, however, Donnelly later on the brakes, and he has gotten it done. Donnelly's massively sideways over the top of the hill. He's fully rotated around. Oh, it's such a disaster for him after such a great battle. Josh Hill's going to have a massive lead now. Fortunately, Donnelly is going to get underway now. However, it's a massive gap to try and claw back. 2 other cars coming through. I believe that's McEwen and Recce. Recce's actually going to lose on the exit of the turn. No! 2 cars off. Nicholas Gregg and Jack Meredith into turn 4. Jack Meredith's actually gone into the back of Nicholas Gregg. Jack Meredith's left car, and he's hit Nicholas Gregg. I'm not really too sure how the stewards will look at that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. With only 1 lap to go, Josh Hill here comfortably in the lead ahead of Donnelly after his earlier spin. All he has to do is get the car around for a final time. He's put 2 wheels in the... He's actually gone off! No, right at the end. You would have put your money on him, but he's just put 2 wheels in the... Donnelly's actually going to get past him. A gap that you never thought to see go has gone. Here we are looking at Recce just ahead, coming through turn 2. He's actually had a bit of a slide. Cars are going to be following each other. How are they going to get to this in turn 3 and turn 4? This car is quite a good run. He's looking all over Recce, trying to find a way past. Through turn 3, they're side by side. Recce has the inside line. They're going to go late on the brakes for both of them. Recce is going to hold the position. Nicholas Gregg here might be able to recover some positions after his early drama at the earlier part of the race. He's actually going to go down the inside of Corbell. They'll be side by side. He managed to get this move done. He has managed to pull the car out in front. Does Corbell respond? He does with a punch. Both the cars have gone half round. The race has gone off right at the end here. As we see Donnelly to come across the line to take his first win in Velocity Racing League. Chris Viss right on the back of Recce. They're going to come down to the line. Chris Viss will have the DRS. They're going to go side by side. It's a photo finish. Who the hell won that? We're going to have to definitely get a slow-mo replay of that as Corbell actually gives the position back to Nick. They're going to finish in that order. Good on him for that. And that will conclude round number 1 of State of Origin. All right, we have the slow-mo replay ready here. Looking at the line, the 2 cars will come across side by side. I don't even think a photo can decide that.
And here are the results then. For Philippon, not only takes his first VRL win, then it's McEwen. Vis comes out on top out of that photo finish by 0.003 of a second over Recce. Please come back next Friday for round 2 of State of Origin.